Hey, what is up everyone? This is Linus and today I finally got the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. I'm super excited. Let's unbox those phones and take a first look. So both Galaxies ship in very similar boxes, and inside of it you'll find all the same accessories. So you'll find the USB Type-C cable and a few adapters. The first one is the micro USB to the USB Type-C adapter, and another is USB Type-C to the USB adapter. That means that you can connect the USB flash drive or any third-party accessories directly to the phone. Also, we have the classic Samsung's adaptive fast charger, a lot of paperwork, but the most interesting accessory is the pair of AKG tuned earphones. It is said that they cost around $100 and they seem to be one of the best earphones that come in retail packaging, and I'm really curious to test these earphones out. If you saw my initial hands-on video from the Samsung's official launch event, you know that I was pretty excited about the phone's design, mainly because of that infinity display. As a matter of fact, both phones use 18.5 by 9 aspect ratio, meaning that it looks great, it's awesome, the displays are sharp and vibrant, one of the best I've ever seen. But the problem is, if you go to, for example, to the YouTube's app, you'll see those black bars on the left and right side, meaning that not all apps are compatible with this aspect ratio yet. I ordered both Galaxies in orchid gray color, which looks kind of blue. Sometimes it looks kind of violet. It depends on the lighting conditions, but I can tell you that both Galaxies look just great. I didn't order the black model because I just hate fingerprints and smudges. I don't like them, and I keep saying that in my reviews, and some people even complain in the comment section down below, but I'll keep doing that just because I hate fingerprints. As I said in my initial hands-on video at the Samsung's launch event, I'm really happy with the way the phones are built. The build quality is top-notch, all the buttons are clicky and tactile. And now, speaking of those buttons, we have the dedicated Bixby button. There is a lot of talk going on about the Bixby, and I'll talk about that in the full review, but I've been using this phone for like 5 hours and I keep accidentally pressing this button, so I hope I'll find a way to reprogram it. I know there is a way to reprogram it, but Samsung pushed an update that disables reprogramming feature, but I'll talk about that in the full review. As far as hardware goes, both phones have nearly identical specs. Both devices ship with either Snapdragon or Exynos chip, and I have Exynos variants of the devices. They also have 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of expandable storage. When it comes to the camera, I was initially disappointed once I found out that Samsung was going to use the same 12 megapixels camera sensor that we've seen on the Samsung Galaxy S7, but it turns out they decided to use a slightly different version of the same sensor, and they tweaked the software. So I'm really curious to test the camera out in detail in all lighting conditions, and I'll tell you my opinion in the full review. A few key differences between these phones are obviously the display sizes. The S8 has 5.8 inches 2K resolution panel, whereas the S8 Plus has 6.2 inches display. So far I can tell you that I prefer the Samsung Galaxy S8, mainly because it's smaller, it has a smaller display. That means it's a lot easier to manage it in one hand. If you have small hands like me, you should prefer the Samsung Galaxy S8. As far as software goes, both phones run on Android 7.0 out of the box, and we have the new Samsung skin on top of it, which is called Samsung Experience 8.1. So far I really like it. It seems to be pretty fast and fluid. I didn't have a lot of hiccups or lag, but as always I need to use those phones for a long time to tell you my full opinion. So my initial impressions about the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus are kind of positive, well, because you pay a lot of money. I got the S8 for 820 euros or something like that, and the S8 Plus I paid 920 euros. I mean, once you pay that amount of money, you kind of expect flagship grade quality, right? So initial impressions are definitely positive, but as always, you have to stay tuned for the full review where I tell all the pros and cons about each device. And I'm asking you to drop me a comment down below and tell me what you want to see in the full review, and any thoughts, any suggestions, feel free to ask. Drop me an email. You can hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. So with that would be it for this video. I can't wait to go and test out the camera, the battery life, everything, and make sure to stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and yeah, see you in the next video soon.